Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Red Death, and the key was provided by developer. And the game actually has hidden window mode, which is very nice. You have to press the F key. It's nowhere written. I actually read it in a review on Steam. It doesn't say it in game, so it should be somewhere. There's a guide which shows you what you're supposed to press. As you can see, there is nothing about the F button. There's only about Z and X. I'm not sure what the slowdown does. I tried to use it, but wasn't very successful. So we're gonna test the game. I already played a little bit. I muted it because it has a rather annoying sound which is connected to music, so of course it's very bad. It should be separate sliders. It has to be operated with arrow keys and enter. It doesn't support mouse, so very simple and lacking many options. At least we have the mute button and we can go into window mode, which is appreciated. At least you have this. As for colors, it's usually two colors, it's red and white, and some well, two shades of gray maybe at best. At least many, so very limited colors. I'm now watching the high score and it was higher because I already played it. Then the game crashed when I tried to record it, and I am trying for the second time, so I don't know how much problems we will have. I'm just gonna check if it's recording. Hopefully it is. Yeah, it is. So let's start the game. It's Z and X. One is to overload, which I never did because I always died, and the other is just keep pressed the button and keep shooting. So let's start. I don't know why the high score was deleted. No idea. Okay, so this is how it looks. I cannot operate my spaceship yet. Now I can. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep it pressed and try to go through a little bit of the game. I'm not sure what is what as far as those things that we can pick up are concerned. Some are probably upgrades for the weapon. Some are, I think, points. And we can also, I think, somehow get more lives. The lives are on the top right corner. We just got one. Now we have 4. This is generally a shooter with bullet hell mechanic. So yeah, if you like those games, I don't know, maybe you will be interested. I personally don't like it because of the graphics and simplicity. Also, I do not like the genre too much. I played some of those games, and if they were complex, I was like, well, okay, if this is complex, if you can actually have some interesting builds with your ship and upgrade it and keep going in a different ways, that's cool. Generally, those games are rather linear, and sometimes the bullet hell part is done well when you can find the pattern and actually avoid all the bullets if you master the game. Here, well, I don't know, maybe it's possible. Like here, you should take the laser and probably just do some sort of pattern and like this, and simply survive and don't die and make it to the boss. Yeah, this is the boss. Now this is this bullet hell pattern. So if you are good at those games, you can keep going in the spiral and keep surviving, not getting hit. Various ways to do it. I'm not good at those games. For instance, you can do it like this. Keep avoiding this spread bullets and slowly attack the enemy little by little. He's taking damage, and we actually won this way. So this is one of the tactics. I'm not sure how upgrades work. Laser was just a one-time upgrade. Now we have 2 sort of guns. And when we die, we have 1. And now I died again. And I think we're done. I would have to go. Yeah, I would have to go faster and don't die. So last time I did it, I lost the high score. I had like 9,000. Now it's gonna be, yes, it's more because we killed the boss this time. I'm gonna leave you with one more attempt with the music and sound. Then I'm gonna sum up, okay? So let's go with music. Very loud, and I probably won't be able to talk much, so I'm just gonna go for one attempt with the sound. Yeah. As I expected, rather annoying sounds. I don't... Yeah, there is some sound in the gun. I would say music is better than sounds. Sounds are annoying. I wonder if the music will change, but I don't think we'll make it to the boss. So I will just play for a while till we die. I should grab the laser somehow. I think it's the same every time. It's very linear. Yes, there is 4 colors from what I can see. Power. Yeah, we did it. I think it's this laser. No, it's not. I'm also moving rather slow, I would say. Oh, this is the laser. Yes. Okay, we have the laser. So if we just keep in one place, we can at least survive it, right? Killing 2 guys at a time. We're getting score, but nothing more. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the same way as before. Just always go between the 2 that are the lowest, and we did it. Okay. I'm not sure how you overload, because I was never able to do it. I think I should go all the way up, and I was unable to load it, and now I'm dying. Okay. Yeah, I'm dead. Power! Power! Still alive. But yeah, I'm still alive somehow. So I cannot use it. I cannot use overload at this point. And this is like the real boss. The other boss. And it's very hard to talk through it. Yeah, and we died. Was it higher? It was slightly higher. Okay, guys. So I muted the game. I'm just checking the time. Let's see how long it took. Well, it's a few minutes to play twice. Of course, if you are better, you can go further. So about the game. I wanted to thank the studio because they actually gave over 10 games to WooVid. So for some reason, they want people to review all their games, which is very weird because I'm not sure why they are doing it, to be honest. Maybe because the games are bad and they want people to know about them, that they exist, because nobody is buying them, or it's some sort of other logic behind it. I have no idea, but I'm nevertheless grateful because I can now review all of their games, which probably I would never buy. I don't know if it's good for them. Maybe it's shooting their own foot. It's hard to say. I'm gonna try to actually review as many of their games as possible. I already took like 2 of them or 3, and I probably will try to also review more because I am interested. I am generally speaking interested in every game that exists. I would like to see it. I would like to play it. The problem is that, you know, if you take the key, you are supposed to make a review. I think I get it. I'm not entirely sure if that's the deal, but usually I just make reviews. You could probably just make a gameplay and not comment, but I just make reviews. So if the game is bad, there's a problem. If the studio just makes many bad games, which is very possible, then, you know, it's not very good advertisement for them. But well, I will try. I will try to check those games and see if any is playable, and if so, I will definitely tell you. This game, well, it's a shooter, shooter bullet hell, very simplified, with annoying sound, passable music, 4 colors. Well, very basic, I would say, controls. They're okay, you know. Arrows plus 1 button to shoot is okay. I would say, yeah, I would say that. Of course, I'm not gonna use gamepad. There's no reason to do it. I always use just mouse and keyboard. I never needed anything else. At least it has window mode, which is nice. Is it for anyone? I think yes. Not for me, but I guess some people like those games. I guess some people want to go for the score and play a simplified retro top-down shooter or side-scroll shooter. You know, those games have a place in library. They are very specific. They are both shooters. They are usually not very complex. The graphics are bad. The sound is annoying, but the gameplay is something that I know some group of people will go for it. Some group of people will try to beat those games and just you know, score higher and progress. Well, sort of progress, because it's actually sort of a roguelike, because you die, you lose everything, right? Start from the beginning. So, well, it's hard to talk about progress. The progress is when you're better and you can actually just finish the game, but you can't save, you can't upgrade. There's nothing that I like. But I know that some people will do this score run or points run or a challenge. I would definitely want this to be much more complex and look much better. So those are the two most important elements for me in most games. Whatever you do, I would say make it complex, at least optionally, so that you can go into details or not. It's up to you, and make it at least look good, because it's 2018. I would like to see games that look like 2018, not like 40 years ago or Commodore, whatever. I'm not sure if there were games 40 years ago, but maybe. Seriously, when I was a kid, I've seen better games. Just when you look at them, right? I played such games. I played River Ride on Commodore, and I would say River Ride was better. So I don't see the point of making those games, especially in this year and age with the technology that we have. But I do get it that some people will still play them because they don't expect more. Also, the game is very cheap. I checked actually this time. It's below one euro, below $1. So very cheap for the fans of the genre. Probably, I think if somebody plays such games, they probably play any such game because they just want the gameplay. They just want to go through some sort of bullet hell, shoot whatever with whatever, and kill bosses and just progress. They're not really very much into scrutinizing the game as how polished it is, what it offers, how good it is, how many options. They don't care. There's just one button, and you try to avoid something that shoots your way. Not very complicated, but some people play those games. So if you're a very big fan of those games and you already played some and you want to play more and you sort of collect them, I get it that you could want to buy it. Personally, I don't recommend it. I don't like this game, and I don't like such games. There are very few that I played and liked. I think there was one side-scroller game that I liked, but there was a lot of customization of weapons. Here there is nothing. There's just whatever drops you get or not, and that's it. So to me, too simple and too ugly. To big fans of the genre, it's very cheap. So if you're collecting those games, you can grab it. Of course, one more, why not? But no recommendation. How many points? I would say 4. 4 out of 10. It works. Well, it crashed once, but whatever. Let's say it was a mistake or something. It didn't crash now, so it's at least it's stable for 2 tries, so that's okay. And yeah, it works on basic level, and it caters to needs of some players. However, it doesn't have much redeeming factor to me, but I am kind of lenient to this because this is a very niche genre for me. I would never, almost never, or actually never buy a game like this because I just don't like them. But I get it, some people do, and yeah, I guess they can have fun from it. I don't. To me, if games like this are not complex, I'm not buying. If they look ugly, I'm totally not interested. I'm not even interested in like what if I got the game for free? Would I play it? No, I wouldn't even install it, to be honest. If I didn't have to make a review, I wouldn't even install it. Some games I would. Some games I never buy, but if I get them for free, I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna play them. Sometimes very short, sometimes longer, but there's a whole group of games that I would play, but I would never buy. This one, not really. But yeah, I get it. Some people play those games, so for them could be fun. For me, it wasn't. But it might be playable for some group of people. That will be it for the review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably also at least one or more from the same company. I hope they make something better than this. See you guys next time.